I am changing an oxygen sensor today. Sensor might be bad, it might not be bad, I don't know. I don't know this car. It has had the start and stall problem when the temperature is around like 150 degrees only on the factory temperature gauge, if that's even accurate. This is just a one-wire O2 sensor. This is pretty old school. You will never see this in any car today anymore. Non-heated, and uses basically the ground is grounded to the engine block, and the voltage is being fed through that one wire. Pretty simple. Again, usually most O2 sensors are 3 or 4 wire now. That's one wire. But in order to get it out, it's in the exhaust manifold in this particular model. This old custom cruiser. But you can use varying different tools. Number one, you can cut the wire and just put a socket on there and blast it out if it's really stuck. Or heat it up if it's stuck, and then use a 7/8 inch wrench. 22 will work in a pinch. What do I do with my 7/8? Oh, there you go, right here. 7/8. Another tool you can use, an O2 sensor socket. If you can see that, we'll go in the light over here. Has a little split in it. These kind of work better than this style O2 sensor removal socket. Those might stretch, but still, it all depends on your application and where it is, and how much access you have to it. But those are 3 or 4 ways that you can get that thing off. Another handy tool to have, which I don't have in my tool stash, and I might have to buy, get a gear wrench in 7/8 or 22, and then you can just put that thing right over it, push it all through if the wiring connector is small enough to pass it through, and or if you're replacing it, just cut the wire, and then you won't have to worry about the connector passing through the wrench. But let me go get this thing off. We have a new one, ASF20, which you don't even make anymore. So in this car, you have to constantly search for NOS parts and keep searching. You'll find a bunch of these. Got this from Long Island, New York, Port Washington. Guy has like 5 of them still on eBay, and I have like 2 or 3 of them in my stash somewhere. But yeah, sometimes these are better at cracking it than the wrench. Or use the wrench first, but once you get the thing loose, one of those other sockets with the split in it can be very handy for the final loosening. So I would recommend you get a little bit of everything when you tackle these things and replace them, because the more tools you have, depending on where the thing is, you can go to plan A, B, C, D, and F, and get the freaking thing out quickly. Like I said, I don't even think this one is too bad. This one is not very old. The only failure I'm thinking is that either RTV got it or it's porcelain and it's cracked. I don't know. We have another one. We're going to try to put it in there. It looks kind of heated inaccurately. If this does not fix our start and stall problem, next step, we're buying new injectors for this thing. New sensor is in. Of course, make sure that your old sensor looks like your new sensor, and your new sensor looks like your old sensor. But cool O2 sensor socket, put that thing on. Use the wire to go fishy out. And then on your 3/8 ratchet. And tighten this thing up. Pretty cool. The bag man says that I should tighten this to 38 to 46 Newton meters, 28 to 48 pound-feet, or else. Incorrect. Installation can be loosening or seizure of the sensor. Okay, cool. Yeah, we did something like that. It's tighter than the old one was. Give it that. Let's plug it in. Our wiring is down there somewhere. You can see it. It's gonna have a tight squeeze. Oh my god, dude, this oil pan is leaking so bad all over the block. Real bad. That's a job. You mentioned that in the past, but let's plug this thing in, see what happens. Well, it does run and our pesky low oil level light came on again. Every time you screw with the wires over here, freaking thing comes on. So far, so good. Low oil level. It has a bad level sensor in the pan. Next to oil change, we'll address that. This thing took forever to start. I think the injectors are bad. It's really just get injectors about $180. About $90 a piece. There's only 2 of them. It's not getting any newer. That's it for all.